Hi friends, welcome to Ashes DIY. Today we will design with the bargain bead box again. And this pendant we got from the box, this crystal and these beads. These two antique copper beads are from my stash that I got. And the rest is from this box. I'm not going to use the cylindrical beads. And I have grabbed, like I put them in groups of 10 and the rest is here. This one and I have grabbed 23 beads from my stash. These are like the blue ones. You can see the color difference. It's a slight difference. So I'm going to mix it together so that it's not very obvious. And I'm going to use this pendant. And then I'm going to use these beads that we got, these glass beads that we got. This is 12 mm, I believe. These are 8 millimeters. And these are 6 by 8 crystals. So I'm just going to mix all of this. I know it's going to be a macrame project, and I'm using 0.8 millimeter Chinese knotting cord. I got this from bbcraft.com. I will leave it in the description below, the information for this if you guys want. And this one is a set of 6, I believe, in neutral colors, and I use this brown a lot. So the brown would be a real contrast to this, I guess. I can also use this color, which also came from this, but I thought this is a little bit too gaudy. That's what I feel. Then I cut about, say, say 100 inches or so. Okay, and then two lengths of 100 inches of this cord. And it's a long cord, I know, but it's better to work with a long cord than with a than with a shorter cord. And then you have to, and then I fold it into half. And first I'm going to actually thread all the beads in the pattern that I'm going to thread onto. And then with the two cords, it's going to be a bigger, bulkier knot. And I will thread all the beads and then come back. Hi friends, welcome back. So I did string all the beads onto the two cords, which I cut around say 90 to 100 inches. So the two cords, and I strung everything here. And also what I'm thinking is, so it's a long, excuse me, oopsie daisy, it's a long cord and one side is short. One side I would leave about a foot, okay, and then I will start knotting. So also when you are stringing your beads, what you can do is see how frayed my ends are. So all you need to do is burn the edge, and then you will like get like a string kind, let me just focus, yeah, like a string kind of a thing. And then you can snip that string off and make it pointed just like so, so that you can easily put your beads in. See this, I did the two, and I don't keep it together, I just keep it just like that, and then slip my beads through. If you're not able to slip both the things through, just hold it firm around your finger and just insert the second one inside. Even if it doesn't go inside, take a head pin or a piece of wire and just stick it inside, just like so. See this, it came out, and then you can pull those two things together. So the last bead I want it to be is a gemstone, as you can see here. That's what I want the last bead to be. And so I did last bead, and then I did the spacer bead. The spacer bead is from my stash. I wanted to actually do the bead caps, but it was not going through both the cords, so I switched it to the spacer bead. I did those, and then I strung 20 beads, 2 beads of gemstone and 1 crystal. I just strung in that fashion. Okay, totally 18 beads in between this bigger bead and the spacer, right? So one bead and then the set, and then 18 beads and then the set, 18 beads the set. So I have 5 sets of these things. This pattern can change however you want. First I said I will use 108 beads including my beads from my stash. I didn't do that. The beads from my stash has a smaller hole, so I couldn't fit it in. So I thought I will stick only to this, but this necklace will go through my head, as long as, I mean, just now itself it is going through. So if I make knots, then definitely it will go through around, I mean, comfortably around the head. So what I would want to do is, now I have to attach the um, pendant, but before that, so this is one end which has a little bit tail and the other end is a whole lot of cord. Okay, this side I leave 1 foot and I start knotting. I first, at the beginning of this video, I said this is macrame, but this is not. I'm so sorry. I was just zoned out. And then this is a knotted necklace. Okay, so I just grab this end and then make an overhand knot, just like that, and put it around here inside the loop, just a regular knot, and then bring it all the way close to the bead. Okay, and then you can use tweezers, you can use knotting tool, whichever you want, you can use it, and then make this knot as close as possible. I'm just figuring out the hand which I'm comfortable with, which is the left hand, just like that. See how big the knot is. The good thing about this is there is 2 strands, so you can tighten this knot this way. That's what is really good about this. This pattern, actually, I think Alisha in Beautiful Night, she did it. I really liked it. She called it mala necklace or something like that. And this is a knotted necklace and it is similar to mala necklace. I like this 2 strand one because you can actually tighten the knot like this. That I really like. Now what I will do is, since I started this knot here, I will make sure this is the other end. See how long I have. I'll make sure I make a slip knot at the other end so that my beads don't fall off. Okay, and then what I will do is I will push all my beads down, because now it's very close to each other, so I will not have enough space to knot. So I will push everything down to the sliding knot probably, and then do this knotting, at least some. Sorry, I just bumped the camera, I realized it. But I'm just pushing all the beads onto one side so that I have enough space to knot, right? So I just bring this down, and now you can have so after this gemstone I'm making another knot. I just go around my fingers like this, take this bead, put it inside that loop that you created with the finger, and just I turn like this, and then take these 2-3 fingers inside, and see this, see that. So there is a small bump right there. I hold that bump in my finger and pull this. So once you get the knot, you can separate these 2 cords and tighten it, so the knot doesn't go anywhere, right? It's pretty. And now I take all these 3 beads. I don't put knots in between these 3. So I take all these 3 and then again bring it around my fingers, put this bead inside and take this off, and then take this in your hands just like so, tighten that up just like this. When you see a bump there, hold the bump and then pull it tight. So make sure it's nice and tight, and then separate these cords and pull that. So like this, I'm going to knot the entire necklace until I'm done with the last bead. I'll come back after that, but I am not knotting in between these patterns. I'm just leaving it as one set. Then I'm doing the knots in between every bead. This is a crystal. Since you have two cords, it's easy to knot this. There we go. See this? There is a slag. So if there is a gap, if you can see a gap, then you either do the knot again or just separate it and tighten that right there. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's really easy. Chinese knotting cord is very forgiving, so it's easy for you to do that. So now again, this is finger knotting. Take your cord, okay, wrap it around your 3 fingers just like that. Make a cross. Take the end that is smaller, put it inside, and then bring it all the thing down. So now it's easier because this is a short one. As you go by, it'll be longer. That will make it a little bit complicated, but it's not a big deal. See this? And then do this. Once you knot it, then separate these two cords and tighten that knot. So now move the next bead towards the knot. It's, if you can see, it's like a little bit wobbly, but don't tighten it. It will automatically get loosen up once you wear it, and so you don't have to straighten it up or loosen it up. Don't do that. So wrap it around, put all the beads in through this loop, bring it down. See how I change my fingers to this side and hold this in my, and then bring it around, make this loop smaller, and then transfer your fingers just like that and hold on to that bump and pull. There you have your knot, and pull the knot tighter and more tighter. Just take these two cords out and then tighten that up. Now move the next bead and do the knotting. I will continue doing the knotting until I reach the final bead, and I'll come back. So I finished knotting. After knotting, the necklace actually grew more, but more 12, 24, 26 inches long actually. So it's longer than when we strung the necklace. And as you can see here, the knots, I didn't pull this stretch, so there is like a kink in the necklace, and I want to keep it that way. When we wear it, because of the weight of the necklace, it will automatically stretch a bit, so I just want to keep it this way. And this is the starting. 90 inches is way too long. First I was thinking about 108 beads, so that's the reason I had to take 90 to 100 inches, but obviously it's way too long. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to we left a foot of thread in the start, so the same amount I'm going to take it and then cut the rest off, which is over here. Maybe I have a foot and a half left over, more than what I need. There we go. Yes, about a foot and a half. So I think you can take about, say, 80 inches or 75 inches. That should be good enough. So here it is, our 4 cords. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Knotty Do It All to do the knots. You can just use anything you have for knotting, like your clipboard or however you want to. We have our pendant to add, so that is there. So I need to, obviously, and also I need one more. So what I'm going to do here is put this in between here, just like so, but it's very hard to hold these here. I try. Stretches that a little bit. There we go. Need one more pin. Take the middle chords. So there is 4 chords here. Let me just focus in a little bit here, so that you guys can see what I am doing. Right? So take these inner 2 chords and put it on the clip. Then take these outer 2 chords, and I'm gonna do macrame square knots. That's my Q and my P. Okay, I'm going to do a couple of square knots. You can do as many as you want. I'm just doing 2, and then what I'm going to do is take these 2 chords in the middle, take my lighter. This one is very bad, so I just melted that, then made it into sharp edges. So now put a big spacer bead. I'm putting a copper spacer from my stash, and then I'm just going to add this here. Then take these 2 cord and also put it inside this bead. It has a big hole, so it can accommodate 4 cords. If it doesn't matter, we can do it on top of the, I need to melt this as well. We can do the square knots on top of it as well, but since it accommodates all 4 chords, I'm going to put in between all those 4 chords. Then take it out and take this and see how it's not flat. Just want that to be flat, and take these 2 chords on the side and then do my knots again. Just did a little bit of knot. Okay, and what I'm going to go ahead and do is, you can add your pendant right here. I'm gonna add my pendant right here, and also I'm thinking I will add this. It's so pretty to keep it here. I did save 2 for my earrings, but I'm going to do it this way. So what I'm going to do is take these 2 middle strand, okay, and go through this pendant right here, okay, and also the two cords, and also through this finding. Okay, and then just gonna check whether this is gonna sit properly if I macrame it or not, which it wouldn't. So I'm just going to check it. Okay, just put that here, then do tie knots. I'm just doing it like I would like to do it, couple of knots, and check whether this will lay flat or not. Otherwise I'm gonna take that off. I'm not going to finish it off like this, but I just want to check. See this, this has to be loose, otherwise this will not stay on top of this. If I do this tightly here, and this is gonna come up like this, which doesn't look very good in my opinion. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take these knots off. It's very easy to take the square knots with this Chinese dotting cord. Take your tweezer nose or needle nose pliers, whichever you have available, and just pick that knot right here, over here, just like that. There we go. There we go. Okay, I just need to take this off. So what I can do is I can just do E6000 and glue this on top. It looks very pretty. I really like the look of it. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyways, we are incorporating that in this necklace. So now bring these pendant, just the pendant, and see how it's twisted in. Just make it straight. Okay, then what we are going to do is we are going to make this on top of it. Remember, we already did this. Let me just be, remember how we made this necklace, how we took the cord through this and came back and macrame on top of it itself. I hope you guys remember these necklaces. This is the one I did it in the video, and so this technique is the one I am following here as well. So you take these two cords and okay, take these two cords, let me just be clear which one is which one. Yes, this is this cord and this is this cord. Okay, fine. Take it and put it through this loop right here. Then take this cord and also put it through here. So basically we have crisscrossed the cords here. I'm going to do it again. Take these two cords and go through this loop. This one through here. Now everything is nice and okay. Now Alisha says in Beautiful Nights, this is her tip actually, to use a bobby pin and then connect the bobby pin here. That's a genius of an idea, I thought. So here we go. And then we are going to macrame. But what I'm going to do is, as I said, as I did with the other one, I'm going to turn this around. So that's my way of doing it, because I really like to do that. It's easy for me. Otherwise you have to macrame it backwards, which I don't want to. So I'm just going to take this here. And actually putting this also inside is not an option for me. Just the center two cords go through this loop from the top and go behind. Okay, and then how I'm going to secure this is a big question for me now. Let me do something about it, because I want this to stand. And take this, put it through the bead right here. Okay, and then yeah, that's all you can do about it. I just had a scrap of Chinese knotting cord, and there we go. But it's not standing like this, which I want it to stand, but it's okay. We can try it, or we can do something else with macrame board or something. I just wanted to do it here only. So there is two cords already on this side, right, which we did macrame square knots with. Going to take it and put it through here, so that's out of the way and not bothering us. And then come back, so this we are going to macrame again on top of each other. So I'm just going to hold on to that. I know it's heavy a little bit, so that's why better to do without the knotty do it all. I think this is easier actually. So you just bring that here. Just don't leave a lot of distance. We just need a couple of knots to secure. So have this right here, and then this here, and bring it around here. Okay, that's one knot, half a knot, and don't do it very close to, because we just need couple of knots. So I need gap for that. Now is the time. If I want to adjust, I can adjust and make it length. If I pull it like this, it will be more length. So adjust it accordingly. And once you have that, and then do RP, take the end of the cord, put it underneath and through this, and so now is the time. If you want to check, you can check everything that's nice and tight, and then go ahead and do a couple more knots. That's 2 square knots. Doing one more. Okay, these 2 knots meet each other. What I want to do is I just want to shift these in the back. Okay, these are the knots we did the square knot with from the bottom, and I'm removing this. This is the one that we did from the top. So what I'm going to do here is take these 2 cords, put it like this. Either you macrame down or you macrame up, whichever is easier for you. Okay, so I'm just going to take these 2 cords and maybe do one more half-edge knot. Let me see if it falls in the middle or if it doesn't. That was tight, but I could manage it. So I just bring these 2 cords here on top of this, and then start macrameing with the ones that we came from down here on top of that. Okay, so take these 2 cords. I always like to do my Q first, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. You can snip it off and call it a day, but my pendant is heavy, so I just need to secure it much more, and pull these 2 cords down. Okay, just like so. Now one more knot, which is going to be a P. Go through that. Make your knot like that. Take these 2 cords, okay, and then I'm gonna do a Q and a P on top of the bead that we have here, the copper bead. Make sure the cord is not tangled or something, which it is twisting up here. So just want to make sure everything is fine, just like so. So if you see in the back, you wouldn't see anything in the front. So these are all in the back. So let's do a P again with all 4 cords. And one more Q, Can you see that? It's nice and secure right now. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm just going to take it and then cut these off, and then snip these off and then melt it. So make sure it's nice and tight, and then if you want, you can leave this as a cord ends just like this, and put some beads, but I don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to cut it close, not very close, leaving a short tail. And then melt these onto our project. Just be careful while you're melting, unlike me. And now it's safe and secure. Still a little bit right there. Now I'm happy. I have finished my necklace. So you can leave it at this point, or you can take some A6000, and then I would like to do it this side, or this side, whichever side you want, you can do it. Let me just be sure that this is melted properly. I think it is. So whichever side you want to, you can just put E6000, glue this and let it go. I'm going to do it now. What I would do ideally is to put a paper underneath. Let me just grab one. Okay. Take some E6000. You can take a toothpick or some scrap wire that you have in hand. Hopefully this E6000 is still alive. Take a scrap of wire that I have in hand, take that E6000, and or you can use a gloves or something and put a glob there. And that's it. You let it set for a day before you start wearing it or something. Just let it here, sit here, press it and don't move it. Let it stay in a stable surface for 24 hours, and then your pendant is all set to go. I really like how it turned out to be. I hope you guys like this video too. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos almost every day except for Sunday. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.